And we are live with episode 93 of the Hurricane Mike Show. And Dad, we got some wild card games to recap. But before we get to that, Dad, man, did you see an article that was released today?
No, I didn't. What you got?
Well, I don't know if it was really an article, but my mom was telling me that she saw some where somebody was ranking. I think they ranked like the top three worst fan bases from the South, which is the AFC South and the NFC South. Guess who's on that list?
Uh, Falcon fans.
Yep, they were on the top three worst. And you know why that is?
Because they suck.
Yeah, bro. Like, you know what? Hold on. Because they say they're the truth, but I'm not a believer. All I see is them getting owned like a golden retriever.
Yeah, you're right.
Man. Yeah, bro. Like, and every time we put them on blast, they bring up the past. And whenever they win, whenever they lose, they hide. But whenever they win, they slide. Come on, man.
I hear you, brother. I hear.
Yeah, bro. I'm about to cook these boys today. But before we get to that, man, even when y'all don't play, y'all taking L's. Let's get started with some actual football teams. Well, I don't know if the team that lost this game is actually a football team after this. The Chargers, they had a bye week, right?
Yeah, they did.
Do you remember? Like, bro, you said they had a bye week. And I actually picked Texans to win, and that's why I did not trust Herbert in the playoffs. In fact, I trusted C.J. Stroud in the playoffs before I picked Justin Herbert. I'm not gonna lie, like even though C.J. Stroud has not been that great this season, he had other than the first quarter, he had an okay game. All right, other than like the first and second quarter. All right, when they got to like 2 minutes left in the second, that's when C.J. Stroud started heating up. But I'm gonna need you to do that against Kansas City this week, Stroud. I'm gonna need you to do that, okay? We gotta send them home in the first round. Well, for them, it's the first round. So send them home. So that was your take after this 32-12 beatdown.
Man, we saw a lot of bad football this weekend. You know what I'm saying? I mean, most of the games wasn't competitive, other than that Tampa Bay Redskins game. But yeah, this one, yeah, I had this totally wrong. I thought the Chargers were gonna win like 32-12 or whatever. But you know, still moving forward, CJ Stroud got to play better. It seems like he kept like trying to give the game away, trying to let the Chargers back in the game for some reason. So he's gonna have to be better. But yeah, going to Kansas City, he's gonna have to do better.
Yeah. But man, did you see Justin Herbert play some football?
No.
Good, because I didn't either. Because this man threw not one, not two, not even three. He threw 4 interceptions, and one of them was a pick six, and he almost threw a second pick six. Well, to be fair, the second one wasn't his fault. Well, this guy catch the damn ball. But, bro, this man is trash. Like, look, I keep telling people, like, you can go undefeated in the regular season. You can score 100 points a game. But if you don't win the Super Bowl, that doesn't mean nothing. Okay?
Everybody's not gonna win the Super Bowl though.
I know that, but if I understand that. But the most memorable season is the team that wins the Super Bowl. So you can go undefeated. You can win every single game 275-0. But if you don't win the Super Bowl, it's all for naught. Okay? Yes, you may get contracts and stuff, but if you want ring, the regular season, that's the preseason. The regular season is just the preseason, okay? It's the preseason for some good teams. Yeah, like that. But yeah, the regular season is just preseason for the good teams. And it's just a little fun season for the bad teams. Well, it's not fun if you're a bad team, but for example, like my team. But anyways, yeah, Derek Stanley said that the Texans aim to force 3 turnovers a game. Well, he did more than that. Like, Herbert was just Like other than that one cool throw, like bro, Ladd McConkey's all they got. Like the Chargers, they're gonna have to sign some receiver. They're gonna have to make some trade or draft somebody because if they have to rely on a second round rookie that has the name or that his name sounds like a cartoon goose, oh yeah, y'all in trouble. Y'all in trouble. But let's move on. But however, I will say this before we get to this game. That can you agree? Watching a playoff football blowout is more entertaining than watching a basketball playoff game blowout. Do you think that's true? Because I think it is.
Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah, because I'm not gonna lie, the NFL playoffs be lit because like for example, half of these games are not close, and yet the games were lit. Okay, but in the NBA, if the games are like 30 points, people turn off. Well, they don't turn it off, but they're just they do something else, and they're just saying, "Oh, what's the score? Okay, bet," and then they just go on about their day because nobody knows that. Like bro, football games, they are the most lit. Look, and I love the NBA. Don't get me wrong, I love the NBA. But the NFL is top notch. Okay. All right. Ravens over the Steelers 28-14. And that sends Baltimore to Buffalo. So that was your take after this one.
Steelers, they got a lot of work to do. They don't have the right quarterback. Their coach may be getting traded. I don't know. They got a lot of work to do. They look like they were not prepared to start this football game. And I don't know how you're in the playoffs. You have 1 week to prepare for one team, and you come out. I mean, if you notice, like some of the running plays, the offensive lineman was going the wrong way, and it just looked like a mess sometimes. Yeah. So Ravens got that W. Moving on, they're gonna be a tough out this playoffs, and yeah, they're gonna be a tough out.
Yeah, like the Steelers, bro, they do the same thing every year. There's actually a stat I saw earlier. You know, Sean McVay in 8 years has more playoff wins than Mike Tomlin in 18 years. In the last 18 years. Ain't that wow? That's the Steelers being the Steelers, man. Lamar Jackson, though. Lamar Jackson, Derrick Henry, this was their game. Lamar is 16 for 21, 175, and 2 touchdowns. And Derrick Henry was also phenomenal. Getting what? He got, 26 carries, 188 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Oh, George Pickens, you actually decided to catch the ball. Huh? Diva. But, yeah, bro, last week I needed you. You could have took this. You could have took this day off. I just needed you last week. I didn't care who won this game. I just needed you to win last week. But no, you just want to hate me for some reason. I don't know. But anyways, let's move on. Enjoy Cancun, buddy. All right, Buffalo Bills, the smackaroni against the Denver Broncos, 31-7. Broncos up 7-0. Everybody was like, "Oh, can the Broncos pull out the upset?" No, that was your take.
Well, the Broncos have better days ahead of them. That's for sure. I mean, you know, it was the second year of Sean Payton, but it was the first year with him with this rookie quarterback, Bo Nix, that people really didn't expect a whole lot from him this season, but he did have a decent season. He's gonna be runner up in rookie of the year. You know, good job there. But yeah, the Bills are just at another level right now. You know, them in Baltimore, you know, clear cut above every other team in the AFC. So they're going smooth straight to the second round.
Yep, they're going to host the Ravens, as mentioned earlier. But that, I will say this, even though the Broncos got destroyed, I am tired of the Sean Payton disrespect, okay? I'm tired of it, and here it ends today. I understand Saints fans might not like him because he did our team dirty, but at the end of the day, this thing's a business, okay? People are like, "Oh, but he wanted us to hire Dennis Allen." That may be true, but make you a little missing have to listen to him. So I'm just saying, and it's not just Saints fans. There's a lot of other fans of other teams. They be like, "Nah, he got carried by Drew Brees, fam." Look, don't get me wrong. Drew Brees is the greatest thing to happen in the city of New Orleans ever. Don't get me wrong. But Dad, was it not true that the Chargers gave up on Drew Brees. Wasn't that true?
I don't know if they gave up on him. I mean, they did draft Philip Rivers a couple years before, and then he had this really gruesome shoulder injury at the last game of the year, going into his contract year, going into his free agency. So yeah, they decided, just to let him go and stick with Philip Rivers, and you know, it happened.
Yeah, yeah. But what the point I'm trying to get to is that people are acting like Sean Payton had nothing to do with the success of the Saints, and that's not true. Because if you look at the Saints, right? Yes, his drafting tactics weren't the best, but who's the one that signed Drew Brees, first of all? It was Sean Payton, right? Because Mickey Loomis hired Sean Payton, I think, because now people are saying that wasn't even Mickey Loomis that wanted Sean Payton. But so Sean Payton signed Drew Brees, and then he, in the early stages of his career, was a great drafter, okay? And he was the play caller of the offense, and the offense was red hot. And I understand, but people are like, oh, but he didn't do nothing without Drew Brees. Didn't he just lead a rookie Bo Nix that was projected to get 3 total wins this year to the playoffs? Didn't he just do that?
He did do that, and for the majority of the time Sean Payton was here, the Saints was known as, that's a good organization. That's an organization that does it right. Sean Payton's not here. Mickey Loomis is still here, and it looks like a total mess. Like nobody knows what they're doing in there.
Yeah, and another thing, when Drew Brees retired in 2020, Sean Payton was here for the 2021 season, and we almost made the playoffs with that. These are our starting quarterbacks in 2021. Jameis Winston, Trevor Siemian, and Book Taysom Hill. And that team was almost playing meaningful football in January. But Sean Payton's not that good of a coach, right? Bruh, if you give Adam Gase, if you remember Adam Gase, you know. If you give Adam Gase and Book, that team is not winning a single game. But I understand he got obliterated in the one game that he did play. But if you give Adam Gase, Jameis Winston, they might come out with 3 wins total. But don't get me started on the Sean Payton slander, man. Shut all that disrespect up. Last year, Bronco fans were ready to be done with Russell Wilson. Sean Payton comes in, and Russell Wilson actually looks like not his Seattle days, but looks like he's competent again, okay? So, look, I understand people may not like Sean Payton for Bounty Gate. People may not like him for leaving, but you got to respect Sean Payton, okay? I'm not saying he's the greatest coach ever, but what I'm saying is that people are acting like he's not a Hall of Fame coach, and that, I think, is absurd to me. All right, let's move on. I just had to get my Sean Payton right now. But, yeah, Josh Allen just destroyed the Broncos, though, so, yeah. I mean, it's Josh Allen. I can't really be mad at Denver. I mean, what were they supposed to do, win? All right, let's move on. Philadelphia Eagles take care of the Green Bay Packers 22-10. I mean, bro, Jordan Love, he might be in the Justin Herbert conversation now. Like, brother in Christ, this man was man, that man threw 2 interceptions. That man was out here just running for his life. Like the Packers were literally probably the most injured team of the weekend. Like, bro, the Packers can catch a single break on Sunday. So that was your take after this one.
Yeah, just another sloppy game. I don't know. The Eagles took care of business. They did their thing on defense. Only 10 points. Packers score. They're lucky to get that, really.
Yeah.
So Eagles soaring into the second round. Eagles fly until they don't.
Yeah, they're playing the Rams, and just so y'all know, on Sunday I will be streaming the Eagles-Rams game. And if you remember, my dad and I, we streamed the Eagles-Rams game during the regular season, didn't we? So, yeah, now y'all can come check me out, do the Eagles-Rams again. It's going to be 2.0. So, yeah. Next up, I mean, but Dad, did you see that one play where Dallas Goedert made a Packers fan his son? This man caught the ball. He run with the ball, and he's pushing dude in the face like twice, bro. Like, the dude just...
Get off me.
Yeah. Like, and he literally looked back at him and just started pushing him in the face. And I'm like, dang, show some mercy, bro. What did he do to deserve that? All right, let's move on. Man, Dad, I gotta give credit to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, man. Not a lot of teams can win the division 4 straight years and only come out with 2 total playoff wins, can they? Man, suck, right? Commanders take care of business 23-20. You saw Baker Mayfield? You saw him fumble that ball?
I did. He gave it away.
Yeah. Anyways, that's what's your take after this? Whoo, this sweet fest.
This was the best game of the weekend, I thought. By far, yes. It was a good game. I thought it was going to overtime, but Baker gave it up.
The next closest game was a 12-point game. So yeah, this game was the best by far.
Yeah. So props to the Commanders, to the Jaden Daniels, the rookie phenom going on to the second round. He deserves it.
Yeah. But Dad, we gotta start having the Marshawn Lattimore discussion.
Yeah, he was getting cooked. Mike Evans was his daddy yesterday. I mean, this weekend. Definitely.
So Dad, I have a question for you. Do you think the Saints won that Lattimore trade?
So far, I think so. Well, I guess we're gonna see what these draft picks turn out to be, right?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, if the Saints, because Mickey Loomis says, or he claimed in the end of season press conferences, I didn't watch it. Hopefully, he wasn't chewing gum, but I was just seeing some articles or stuff. But Mickey Loomis is apparently saying how the Saints can turn this around in 1 year. In order to do that, you got to hit on lots of draft picks, okay? Look, I personally don't think that's going to happen, but if you want to speak the truth, which you haven't done in like 4 freaking years, you have to hit on the draft picks, okay? You have to sign some good players. You got to cut the players that need to be cut and sign the players that need to be signed. This ain't a family show. When Sean Payton was here, he didn't care who you were. When Sean Payton was here, bro, man, he was letting everybody have it, man. Like there's reasons why Sean Payton, cut Trey Hendrickson, cut these great players. And obviously, I don't agree with some of the cuts they made, but he didn't care who you were. Like Dennis Allen, when he got hired, it's all love. It's all love. Like, bro, there's literally a Pelicans banner inside the Pelicans stadium that says something about family. Man, you can be family at your house, but in the workplace, that's like if somebody was to rob the cashier that works at that works at wherever the cashier's at, but you don't fire them because they're family. Man, shut up with all that family, man. Whatever. But yeah, the Commanders, man, they doinked that field goal, and guess what? That was the Commanders' first win since 2006. Guess who that was against?
Who?
The Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This just went full circle, didn't it?
Really?
Man. Yep. But now we gotta ask the question: do you think Jaden Daniels next year is gonna have a sophomore slump?
I don't think so. I think they'll continue to build around, and I think he'll just get better.
I hope so, because CJ Stroud this season, I don't know what he was doing. So hopefully he's not a sophomore slump, but you never know with these stuff. All right, last game. I told y'all, didn't I? I told y'all. We told y'all. Sam Darnold's not that guy. Dad, I have a question. How much money do you think Sam Darnold lost from these last 2 games?
I don't know if he lost, but it definitely calls things into question. Where is this the last? I mean, was he on a 1-year contract?
He was. And they didn't pay him yet.
Somebody gonna sign him for a good contract, but as far as being a starter in Minnesota, put himself right in the competition with the rookie next year.
JJ McCarthy?
Yeah. But if he's going to finish strong, I mean, you can't replace him after going 14-3, then winning a couple playoff games, but it didn't happen for him.
Yeah, but Dad, I have a question because I noticed it when you first hopped on. Why is your name Mike McCarthy?
Because it's gonna be our next coach, boy.
I mean, he'll probably be better than Dennis Allen, but I don't know if I want Mike McCarthy. But yeah, right.
We need an adult in the room. You know, we've been fooling with this child for a couple years. We need an adult to run the show.
Yeah, but is Mike McCarthy really the guy that you want over a guy like Aaron Glenn or who's out there still?
Everybody else,
Even Joe Brady.
you don't know what you're getting. Mike McCarthy, he can do a lot with a little. Like speaking of a little, he's in Dallas, and then he had a 12-win season 3 years in a row with
Yeah, and this year they probably had the best team out of them all, and they won 7 games.
with an offensive coordinator, Kellen Moore, which you might think, he's a good play caller, but he didn't want Kellen Moore. Jerry Jones said, you have to have this as your offensive coordinator. So he didn't even get picked staff, and he still won 12 games.
Yeah, but I want a Super Bowl coach. I understand I won a Super Bowl. But that dusty old ring, bro, that ring came after our ring, bro. like, look, I understand. Look, what?
Might be dusty, but it still shines.
Yeah, look, I would rather have a dusty ring than no ring. I'll say that, okay? I'd rather have a dusty ring than no ring, Falcon fans. But yeah, I would rather have a dusty ring than no ring. But I want a coach that has a clean ring because that means that we can maybe win some clean rings and not just say, now I gotta go find my ring from 2010. Anyways, so yeah, but Jared Verse, did you see the Rams defense? 9 sacks? That's the most since Joe Burrow got sacked 9 times. Back in whenever the Bengals played the Titans that one time. And also, fun fact, Dad, the Vikings are now the first ever 14-win team to lose in the first round of the playoffs.
I think they were the first one to be in the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know. But anyways, 27-9. Jared Verse scoring touchdowns in this mug. So, Dad, do you got anything else?
Nope, we're good. Gotta roll.
All right, Dad, where can they find you?
YouTube channel, Warren Newby, and on Hurricane Mike every week.
Yep, you can always find me here at Hurricane Mike. And also, you can go to Kyle Phelps tonight at 8 o'clock Central Time, where me and Kyle will be live. I think 8. It's either 8 or 9. I'm pretty sure it's 8. Anyways, so yeah, we'll be live over there. So yeah, like, subscribe, share, turn the bell on so your numbers not upload. And Dad, of course, we're leaving them with a who dat. But don't be a what?
Be a Falcon fan.
Man, they suck. They ain't got no dusty ring or shiny ring.